Good morning, friends. Guess what? Part two from yesterday because I couldn't remember that we were doing that two videos. Anyway, so we were talking about sugar and how much, if we have too much sugar, it can suppress our immune systems. And Dr. Hyman did a whole thing on sugar, which was really cool. But he said that people who came down with COVID, or they either did come down with it or, okay, back up. So when our immune systems are good, we can fight off all kinds of things. And they found that people with high immune systems, if they got COVID, had like a milder case or didn't get it at all. So, and how sugar related to that can suppress our immune system. So really just be aware of what you're doing. We were talking yesterday about fruit in its natural state and how that's a form of sugar, but it's good stuff. It has a lot of fiber and a lot of good stuff in it. So, and then also activity, because sometimes we think we're going to walk to lose weight or we're going to do whatever to lose weight. And we talked about that a lot. But maybe if we keep in mind that we're walking, running, biking, whatever we're doing to build up our immune system, if we don't see outward results, we know that we did something really good for our bodies.
Yeah.
And to look at it that way. And yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Well, and the sugar, there are so many diseases that love sugar. Like
Yes.
all of our, like the inflammation loves sugar. Cancer loves sugar. COVID loves sugar. The common cold loves sugar. Like all these things that are hard on our bodies or make us sick crave sugar. So if we're giving our body less sugar, then it has less to feed off of.
Right. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Just so important. I read a study years ago that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And when I heard that, I was like, holy cow. Like, we didn't know. And, when you look at our ancestors, the amount of sugar that they had, like, that was a huge treat. Like for them to have like a cake or, I watched Little House on the Prairie. You probably already know that, but like they went through this thing at one point where like their finances were dwindling down. It was just a really tough time they were going through, and the girls went out and picked berries, and for dinner that night they were going to have berries with a little sugar sprinkled on top of them, and so they pulled out the berries, and Pa goes, okay, like where's the sugar? And Ma's like, oh, sugar's gone. And he's like, all right, I'll just have this with a little coffee. And she's like, oh, the coffee's gone. Like, there wasn't any more of that. And he started to get upset. And the girls were just like so excited that they had this bowl of berries. And he goes, well, guess if the rest of you can be happy about this, I will too. But like, I don't know where I was going with that, but just the fact that our ancestors just didn't have sugar. Sugar is in everything for us, everything. And so when we're adding it to even more, or eating a lot of the sweets and the candy bars and the chocolate Deb and I love chocolate, don't get us wrong, but we have to be super careful about like how much we're having. The sugar is just, it's what everything bad craves.
Yeah, it's really crazy that when you said the cocaine, I thought, yeah, Dr. Hyman mentions that in his thing on sugar and how they would have rats and they would give them a choice between cocaine or sugar, and they always went for the sugar.
Yep.
So it's crazy. And it's so normalized and accessible that, we don't really think about it. And yeah. And really it lowers I'm trying to get my cholesterol down. So it helps with our cholesterol levels, our blood pressure, it can contribute to a lot of not so nice things. So we don't want to just cut out sugar for weight loss. We have to remember there's a lot of stuff inside our bodies that are going, thank you for not eating that. Thank you for choosing the good, whole foods over sugar, because it's just not good for us. So we want you all here for a long time and healthy and quality of life and all that.
It's a struggle for you, don't just, I say don't. I wouldn't recommend just going cold turkey. Optimize what you're doing. Deb and I talked about that word last week. Like just optimize what you're doing. If you're having, if you're having 5 pieces of candy a day, can you cut one out? And then, over the next week or two, cut another one out. It doesn't have to be, oh my gosh, like I look forward to my 5 pieces of candy a day, and now all of a sudden I'm not going to have it.
Mhm.
because then you start going into this deprivation mindset, and that's just a terrible place to be.
Right. Well, and sugar withdrawal is not a fun thing if
It's
you've ever
not.
done it. I mean, even after Christmas, when I stop eating it, all of a sudden I'll think, oh my gosh, I'll have a headache. I'll have all kinds. It's not a fun thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally agree with you, Melanie. Like if you eat a lot of sugar, wean yourself off of it a little bit, maybe pair it with nuts or something that stabilizes that sugar a little bit more,
That could help.
and takes away some of that craving in the first place.
Mhm.
But yeah. And we're here, so reach out if you will we would love to cheer you on. And that is not an easy thing
It's not.
to just take out of your diet. It's not.
Yeah.
So kudos to you if you're trying. And if you want a partner, we're here. That's what, it's not fun to journey alone and feel deprived, and it's just not. So yeah. Okay.
All right, everybody, have a fabulous day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.